Push to the limit, Sam. Push to the limit.
Is this one of your 80s motivational anthems?
No, 80s training montage.
Yeah, same thing.
I love it.
Is this from a Google Play playlist?
It sure is.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Literally my favorite fucking playlist ever.
I will use this to go running to.
Oh my god, yes. You
right?
should download this. It's the greatest fucking playlist ever.
I'm into it.
And this song is actually from here, I'll let you guess. What movie is it? I'll give you a couple hints. It's an all-time super popular gangster movie. It was early 80s. When I say all-time super popular, there's only a handful of them.
Oh, Scarface?
Oh,
Did I get it?
Boom,
Amazing.
motherfucker.
Never even seen it.
God. That's crazy. Did you just guess that, or did you just see that off my phone?
Oh my god, no, I guessed it.
Guessed it. Holy fuck.
You kind of gave it away.
I am fucking impressed. That's amazing. But anyway,
that's that amazing.
That song's called because I don't know. There's so many other gangster movies you could have named. The Godfather. Oh well, this would not be on The Godfather.
No, that would be weird.
That'd be super weird. And it wouldn't be on like Goodfellas or Goodfellows. Goodfellas. But anyway, yeah, it's called Push It to the Limit. And funny enough, we're playing it right now because something we haven't been doing is pushing it to the limit with this podcast.
Yeah,
it's been over a week. We've been fucking busy doing shit.
Yeah.
Fucking living, right?
But we're getting back to it.
We're getting back to it, and we're gonna.
Welcome to Shift Faced.
Welcome
everybody.
to Shift Faced. Shift Faced. I'm gonna record that. I'm gonna record that.
Like that was a nice try, but I know what you were going for, and it didn't really.
Work. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna record that. I'm gonna get one of those soundboards, put this as on loop. You know how like Howard Stern has like fart noises, right? Or whatever, and everyone laughs. It'd be like Shift Faced.
That one was better. Better than the first one.
Whatever.
You work on it.
I'll work on it. I promise. Okay. So, what's happening, peeps? We're back. It's been a crazy fucking week. We've been
all over the place.
We've been all over the fucking place. Impromptu fucking trip. Thanks to Sam here.
That's right. You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. But before we get to all of that, Sam's gonna love this. First things first. What are we drinking? Now, for the first time ever, Sam has no idea what she's drinking.
I mean, I have some idea. I know I'm drinking white wine.
You're drinking white wine.
I know it's Fitzpatrick.
Fitzpatrick is the producer. Mm-hmm. And so I was telling you this is why I got this wine, because I went to the liquor store today, actually. It was something interesting. I went to the liquor store and I saw this bottle. And it wasn't just this. It was this and a Fitzpatrick Pinot Gris as well, and these are both. So this is not a Pinot Gris,
right?
And these are both. Fitzpatrick, it's a BC producer, and I saw it, and what intrigued me is that first of all, I had never heard of Fitzpatrick. You said you have, I haven't.
I definitely recognize the label.
Right. So I was like, I picked it up because I was looking for something in that genre of wine because of what we're having for dinner, which also is something you don't know what it is.
Right.
So here's a little disclaimer for the ladies and gents listening to this podcast is that tonight actually it's what time is it? I don't even know if
past midnight.
It's past midnight.
I took my watch off.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Have a
it's like 12:30 or something.
12:30 or something. So Sam just basically got home. I had the night off
from work.
I had the night off, and I literally set up the whole podcasting fucking thing up. And as soon as she came home, she was like, "Hey, how was your day?" I was like, "Nope, shut up. Guess what? We're going to go on the podcast. We're going to talk about everything that happened to you today that you were going to tell me anyway on the couch. We're going to do it on the podcast, including what I bought for us to drink and including what I kind of put together for our dinner."
Awesome.
And yes, we are having an extremely late dinner, but you get used to it after you work in this industry.
That's right.
Anyway, back to the wine. So I was looking for this wine, and I go down and I see it, and it had a new label on it. Like it was one of those BC liquor store labels that was attached to it. It's like new wine.
Oh, yeah.
Try it out. So I saw it, and I'm like, oh, let's check it out. What intrigued me, I'll tell you what this is. The grape variety. This is a Gewurztraminer. what intrigued me is that I picked up the Gewurztraminer, right? And on it, okay, so something very interesting. Actually, I had no idea. I want to ask you this. I want to know if you knew about this, because if you did, I'd be upset that you didn't tell me about this. But every label in the liquor store, wine labels, that the BC liquor store puts right next to the price, it's got a number, a double-digit number, either 00 or 01.
Oh, yeah, I knew
past
that.
01. And that's based on dryness.
Yep.
You knew this and you didn't tell me?
I've known this for years.
Fuck, not years. You only been here for like 2 years. Come on.
No. They do this in Ontario.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I fucking
years
didn't know.
and years.
Thanks for letting me know.
Well, because you know what? It's kind of fucking lame. It's
I'm sure it is.
It's for people who know nothing about wine.
That's what I
who
thought.
They're like, oh, and I have people ask this, like at the restaurant I work at. They ask when they clearly know nothing about wine. And they'll be like, you know, most people, I guess people who aren't into wine aren't aware that most wines are made dry.
Dry, right.
So they always ask, is it sweet? Is it dry? And I'm like, it's a fucking Pinot Grigio, dude. Like, it's dry.
It's dry,
and
but
so,
you're confusing those tropical, peachy flavors for sweet.
People confuse fruitiness for sweetness.
Right.
Anyway, so sometimes the restaurant people ask me what the number is. And it's just really basic. Like
8.
Think about it. We didn't learn about that at all in our wine studies.
No.
But it's just a really basic way and I don't know if it's just like a Canadian store thing or if it's like a worldwide thing that is used, but it's for basic people who don't really know about wine, and they could be like, oh, is it 0? Is it?
It's just one of those things that just kind of makes us sound douchey. As in, like, you know how, like, as soon as someone knows a little bit of something about wine, all of a sudden they sound douchey?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's what we sound like.
I mean, maybe, but also I feel like I've talked to a lot of people who don't know anything about wine, but they enjoy wine, and they don't talk about wine in terms of the fucking sweetness number that's displayed at the store.
I've said this to you before. The beverage director for the restaurant I work for, he knows a ton about wine. Like, literally knows a ton. And every time he talks about it, every time we have like a little wine education program or whatever, and I know a lot about wine as well, versus all the other people that are there that don't know as much as I do.
Yeah.
It's just the way he talks. It's not douchey at all. It's just like, it's educational. Yeah, exactly. So anyway, back to where I was saying. Now, my question was that this 0001 thing, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. This rating system of dryness. Do you think that's based on like an actual like study of actual what the wine is, or is this something that they're like, hey, this is for the public? If someone,
it's for the public.
If someone who thinks a Pinot Gris is like off dry, let's give it a 01, even though it's a dry wine. But let's not confuse people because these people don't know any better.
No, I don't think so. I think all dry wines are actually given 00.
Right.
And, you know, and then there's a scale. I think it goes from 00 to 03, basically.
Well, the guy there told me that. Oh, here's another thing. I want to tell you.
You talked to the guy there about it?
Yeah, this is actually pretty interesting. So I was looking at the BC wines. This guy, you know this guy. He's always at one of these BC liquor stores. If I like next time we go to a BC liquor store and be like, it's this guy, you know who it is.
Right.
Anyway, so this guy.
That just kind of depicts us as like alcoholics who know the people who work at the liquor stores.
Of course. Sam, we have a podcast that we just drink on and talk to people.
Yeah. No, I'm not denying it. I'm just saying it doesn't sound great.
No, it doesn't. But you know what was interesting? What was interesting is that I was checking out different bottles. Looking at different labels, and this guy comes up to me and he's like, hey, do you have any questions? I was like, no, I'm okay, thank you. He's like, okay, great. And then it's like, have you ever tried this wine? And he points at Fitzpatrick, what we're drinking, but the Pinot Gris. And I was like, actually, no, I haven't. And he's like, oh, no, this is great, blah, blah, blah. And he kind of gives me a little spiel on it. And then he points at another wine, and it was one of the rosés we've had. He points at a rosé. He's like, okay, so for instance, like in BC, depending on where the region is, the climates are like this and blah, blah, blah. So a rosé, which you would probably think it's probably sweet. Yeah. It's actually not. It's dry. So I was very, very close to be like, dude, I know,
you'd be like
I know more than you sort of thing. But But you know what was funny? He said it and he kept going, and I'm telling you, like he kept going, and I want to be like, oh no, I know.
I want to know which guy this is.
Yeah, I'll show him to you.
Which store was this at?
This was at Denman and Robson, and what was really cool was it was one of those things that the guy, he kept going. It got to a point that I was literally wouldn't be like, dude, no, I know my wine.
Yeah.
And he said, this is what he said. He said, our BC wine rep or whatever, the person who picks wine out for BC liquor stores, BC wine, BC wine, sorry, because we know internationally it's Barbara Phillip, but BC wine,
not internationally, just Europe.
Just Europe. So her name is Rose, and she comes into that store once in a while. This is what the guy was telling me. It's like she comes in once in a while, and I'm taking the same courses that she's taken before in the past. So I've gone to know a little about all this stuff,
right?
And that to me hit me. I was like, oh man, like this guy is like on his WSET 1 or WSET 2. You
didn't ask him what courses?
I did, but he didn't hear me, so I kind of let it go.
Hear you?
Yeah, I let it go. Because he kept talking.
Right.
And I let it go. And to me, it seemed like exactly when I first started taking wine studies that all I wanted to do was just talk about wine.
Yeah.
And I can even like imagine myself back in the day, if I was working at a liquor store, I would want to talk to wine and talk to people about wine. I'd be like, oh, it's like this, because I want to tell them like, hey, I know this, I know that.
Yeah.
This is what this is. So I just kept quiet. And the guy went on, man. He went on. But I kept quiet. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Good to know. Interesting.
That's so funny. So how come you didn't get the Pinot Gris that he suggested and you got the Gewurz?
Oh, okay. So this is why I got the Gewurz. Why I got the Gewurz is because it, based on that little rating, 0-1. So
off
it's
dry.
Off dry. But here's the kicker. The kicker is this white wine that you're drinking right now is 15% in alcohol.
Oh, yeah. Let me see.
It's 14.8, sorry. But 14.8 in alcohol, and it's off dry. I thought that was interesting. Right? Because usually the way wine works...
Did you read the back of this bottle?
Yeah, some bear fucking picks grapes and shit. But no, I was going to say, because the way alcohol in wine works is that as the climate gets hotter, the wine produces more sugars. And as you ferment that grape, the yeast eats the sugar, produces alcohol. So the hotter the climate, the higher the alcohol. And
the higher the alcohol, the lower the sweetness level.
So
yeah, you're right. This is very interesting in terms of high alcohol, and it's still off dry.
14.8 for a white wine. You know, that's what, and plus, let's not forget.
And I really like it. It's really nice.
I did too. Now I'm intrigued to try the Pinot Gris.
And I've definitely noticed that bottle before in the stores. The bottle's really good looking, like a nice Alsatian style bottle, and
orange teal to it,
orange gold label. It's really nice.
So here's something very interesting, Sam. We're drinking a Gewurztraminer right now. For dinner, we're having another bottle of Gewurztraminer. And the Gewurztraminer that we're having for dinner is from Alsace.
Oh, fuck yeah.
An Alsatian Gewurztraminer. And that one had a 0.0 rating. And it's from 2014. So it's got a little bit of age to it. However, same producer, same bottle, 2015, had a 0.1 rating. So this is 0.1. The one that we're having right now.
So the store had their 2014 and 2015.
Yeah. Right next to each other. So I was like, okay.
Did you buy both?
No, I just took 2014. I'm not making money, Sam. Next time you want to buy both, give me your credit card.
All right. Sounds good.
I'll buy all the bottle of wine you want.
Anyway, that's exciting. I really love Alsatian wine.
Delicious.
Yeah. Can't go wrong. So
how was work, Sam? I haven't even fucking talked to you about work.
Yeah.
All I remember is that
Saturdays,
I texted you.
We don't see each other, basically.
Here's what happened is we don't, because I work daytime, you work nighttime. But at one point I texted you. I was like, hey, I don't even know what the fuck I said. But all you replied back the entire day. I actually messaged you a couple times, I think. All you said was literally 3 messages. First message was what? Second message was Third message was shit show. What a shit show. So I was like, holy fuck, what's going on over there? So tell me, what happened?
So, okay. So let me start. I've had a very long, busy day, and I've done a lot of different things. So I'll just quickly recap my day before work just to give you some perspective into like the long and varied day I've had. So basically I woke up, threw my laundry in, and this is at 9:30 a.m. this morning. And then I cleaned. I cleaned the kitchen, cleaned the bathroom, tidied up in general in the apartment a little bit.
Thanks for that, by the way.
You're very welcome.
How about your wine?
Then we're even. That's perfect. And then I went for a run, which was awesome.
How was your run?
It was awesome. It was a fucking beautiful day.
Yeah.
We've been really lucky this past, week and a half. It's been just beautiful every day in Vancouver.
Gorgeous.
And then I came back, finished up my laundry, did a little bit more tidying up, showered, went and ran some errands. I went to the bank. I had to pick up some batteries for work.
Batteries?
Safe.
What kind of batteries?
So actually, that's funny. So the woman that I work with in the office at work, she texted me and asked me to pick up D batteries.
D?
Yeah, those are like the really large ones, like the
square ones.
No, the circular ones that are like that big.
Oh,
They're like
double D.
No, just D.
Just D.
Just D.
Right.
Yeah.
I should notice.
Anyway, so she asked me to pick those up, and I was like, "Yep, no problem." So I picked them up. I get to work, get in the office because I'm working in the office to start at 1:30.
Right.
And my managers are there. She's not there because she only works Monday to Friday, but my managers are there. And I took out the batteries, put them on the desk, and they're like, "What are those for?" And I was like, "Oh, those are for the safe." The other person that we work with asked me to get them. And they're like, "Well, that's the wrong batteries. You need 9-volt battery." So I was like, "All right."
Wait, is this for safe?
Yeah.
The safe's battery operator?
Yeah, to do the pin pad to get into the safe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And how do we get around that?
So wrong batteries. This is not an important part of the story. But
yeah, what was this? Where was this going?
Well, you asked me what.
I wouldn't got batteries, guys, but let me give you a 10-minute fucking story about it.
I feel like you asked me about the specifics of it. Anyway,
I just asked you what kind of battery it was.
Exactly, and I said, "Funny story."
Okay, all right.
I got the wrong battery.
Move the fuck on.
So then I work in the office from 1 to 4:30. Actually, I finished around 4, and I had a half hour to kill, so I went and returned the batteries and got new batteries.
Where'd you get batteries from?
Shoppers.
Good return policy?
Yeah, they just so I bought.
Did you have a receipt on you?
Yeah, I did. So I bought the batteries at the Shoppers close to us.
Right.
And then I returned the batteries to the Shoppers close to my work. Different Shoppers.
Oh, that's
perfectly fine.
Fucking standard, man.
Yeah,
you buy it at one Walmart, you return it to the other Walmart. It's the oldest trick of the game. Trick in the game? Trick in the book.
Yeah, so I
Gewurztraminer.
worked in the office for a couple hours, then I went and exchanged the batteries, then I came back, we had a service meeting for an hour where we talk about, service notes, we tasted some wines, we talked about some new wines we have by the bottle.
Sounds like a good old fucking time to me.
Oh yeah, you bet. Every Saturday we're doing this now. Anyway, so then
tasting wine? Every Saturday you taste wine? What's wrong with that?
Just the fact that everyone's shift starts at 4:30, and then we all
fuck that.
Yeah,
that sucks ass.
Yeah,
no, thank you.
And it's a bit lectury. It's not like, hey, let's just have fun. It's like, no, this is what we're doing wrong. This is what we need to do better.
Right.
And while we're here, I guess you could taste some wines. That's basically what it's
Do
like.
people spit it out?
Yeah, we have to.
You have to?
Yeah, because we're all about to start our shift.
Of course, but are you gonna say something if they see you swallow?
If you take one sip, but if you're downing each,
got shifts to start, guys.
Yeah, in some of the we've done 3 or 4 now on Saturdays, and in some of them we taste 7 wines.
Has anyone gone to shit before?
No, but we all spit.
Y'all spit.
Pussies. Anyway, so then on the floor at 5:30 after the service meeting, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, I'm not sure who allowed this to happen, but for the reservations for the night, there were about 100, just under 100, which is not a ton. Especially there were 7 of us serving.
That is nothing whatsoever.
6 of us serving.
100
inside the dining room.
At
right.
your establishment?
It's not that a lot. However,
no.
I would say about 90% of those tables were coming in at 7 p.m.
Oh, so they're all coming at the same time.
So I'm like, who the fuck was taking all these reservations that allowed this to happen all at the same time?
Yeah, it's fucked.
So when I texted you and said, what a shit show, it's because every table came in at the same time. We only had one manager on. Like one manager in the whole place.
Right.
And you know obviously where I work, but there's lounges. Like, it's a big place.
Of course.
There's a patio. So I'm just talking about the dining. I'm not talking about the 2 lounges or the patio.
So a manager
or
being
the bar
shared
team.
amongst all these different departments.
Only one manager in the
Especially
whole
this
building.
one department's getting
the whole
fucking
building. Yes.
slammed.
Yeah. So we're basically all sat our entire sections all at the same time. So we're all running around like crazy people.
So, okay, you got sat at the same time. So how many tables are we talking about?
So for me, I have 3 tables. One is a 5-top, one is a 4-top, one is a 2-top. Which is not
11 heads at a time.
Yeah, which is not a huge deal, but
you got triple sat?
Yes, exactly.
Gotcha.
And so did everybody else. So it's not like a lot of times when you get triple sat, you can be like, "Oh, hey, can you fill up their water at this table?
Sure.
Can you or hey, like
essays around?
2.
Essays, for those of you not in the industry, essays are server assistants who help you out with filling up water and busting tables, bread service, etc. All the little stuff that you really can
there's only 2 again for the whole restaurant. So impossible to find them at any time.
Sure.
So
there's only 2, did you say? Sorry.
Tonight, yeah.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, I know, right? And not to mention, not only do they help us, but they also help the kitchen. They also have to set up the pass. They also have to run food. Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
no,
it's fucked. So it's basically like we have no service assistants, right?
That's what it feels like. It's set up for a disaster.
So basically, it's like you get triple sat in a fine dining setting, which means like you have a lot of service steps in fine dining, and basically you have no SA and basically you have no manager available. Sure. So you have to do every single thing by yourself. Meanwhile, there are sections with no servers in them. 2 sections tonight that have no servers in them that just start getting sat. And
the fuck?
The hostesses, so we have the hostesses on tonight were 2 new hostesses, like brand new, who haven't.
Let's put a couple brand new hostesses on a Saturday night.
Well, that's because it's all the fuck we have right now. And not only mentioned that they're brand new, but they haven't been trained. All of their training shifts, they were standing at the front by themselves. I'm not even joking you.
Man,
so
who's?
Yeah, I know. I know. So right. We have.
Makes me angry.
2 hostesses who have not been trained. Mm-hmm. 2 SAs who have to run food, set up the pass, help 7 dining room servers, 3 patio servers, and 4 lounge servers. And 1 manager for this whole giant place. So, meanwhile, we're all getting triple sat. And then,
how did you get out of it, Sam? Please tell us.
And then these 2 sections start just getting sat. And I'm looking around and I'm like, who's going to take these tables? The manager had to serve a table of 10 by themselves, which is like kind of like
weird,
unprecedented in our establishment.
Get tip for it?
I don't know. So I'm doing cash tomorrow. So I'm gonna
find out.
I'm gonna see whether or not.
Was this the GM?
That
should be interesting.
Anyway, so this is happening. Meanwhile, like the person that I'm section like buddies with, section neighbors or whatever.
Sure.
I noticed he's taking tables in the overflowing sections, and then he's like still getting sat in his section, which is right next to my section. And I just look around. I barely have a second, but I can see he really doesn't have a second. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna take this table that's in his section. I'm not gonna say anything. I know that he's gonna just appreciate it because like.
Let me guess, he didn't.
No, he did.
Oh, okay.
I like half an hour later, he's like, oh, I don't even know who took that table, but like, thank God. And I was like, oh, it was me. Don't worry.
That happens to me at work too.
And that table just happened to be so I go up to the table and I greet them. They have menus on the table, and I greet them. I'm chatting with them a little bit, and then they're like, this is in the middle of all the shit. Like I still like slammed with my tables, and I'm greeting them, trying to like gauge, where they're at, what they're doing here, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh yeah, we're here for our tasting menu with wine pairings. Perfect.
Yay.
There's no one I can find to talk to about this because there's basically no manager around. The hostesses don't know shit. And the hostess also gave them menus. You're not supposed to give menus to people who are here for a tasting menu.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, great. No problem. Would you like some water? Basically, while I figure this shit out. Anyway, so I figured it out and like it was fine, but it wasn't ideal. Like they didn't get the service that they, you know, I mean, the service was fine and they enjoyed everything, but it was like, it was just a fucking shit show. It was just the only way I can explain it. I never forget shit. I never forget shit. I had this one table who ordered, so it was a 4-top and one couple was there.
Besides my birthday.
Oh, hilarious. Excuse me. But yeah, it was a 4-top and one couple was there and they were waiting for the other couple. And I was like chatting with them a bit and, you know, asking them if they wanted anything while they were waiting. They ended up ordering a salad to share.
Expanders.
And no, just while they were waiting for their friends.
Oh, never mind.
But I forgot. I completely forgot. And so.
Are you like fired now?
So what happened is that their friends showed up. Mm-hmm. I greet their friends. I like completely forgot about their fucking salad. I haven't punched in or anything. Their friends show up. I greet their friends, get them some water, get them some drinks, and then the whole table orders.
So, okay, here's my question. A lot of times I forget to once in a fucking... Okay, I said a lot of times when I said once in a fucking blue moon. It happens to me randomly, but here's the thing. I forget, and I walk away from the table, let's say, and I'm like dealing with other shit. And then I look back at the table, see how they're doing. Mm-hmm. And then I'm like, oh, let me just check back on the table, like by looking at them. And then I'm like, oh my God, I totally forgot about their fucking salad. And then I go ahead and I put a rush on it in the kitchen. I'm like, kitchen, I'm so fucking sorry. Happened to me today, actually. Totally forgot about this guy's dish. Went back to the kitchen. Now, here's the funny part. The funny part is that it is so important if you work in the front of house is to keep a great relationship with the kitchen.
Totally.
And today I went back. I mean, you don't directly go and talk to the kitchen. You talk to the expo, and you get the expo to relay the message to the kitchen. If only we had an expo. You guys don't have that, which is fucking weird. But I said that to the kitchen. No, sorry, to the expo. I was like, expo, I fucked up. Totally forgot about this guy's fucking dish. They have everything else on the table. There's just one dish. It's not there yet. And then she asks the person behind the line, hey, there's a mix-up. How long would it take for you to make something like this? And like the guy looks at me, and it's my bro working in the fucking kitchen, because like, you know, we chat and we like always say hi and we chat about like how your day was and blah blah blah. So we keep a really good relationship. He sees me and he's like, he looks at me and like shakes his head. He's like, 3 minutes. I was like, fuck yes, this is like a 10 to 15 minute dish,
right?
And like 3 minutes, it was out. And I'm like, dude, you're the fucking best.
Yeah.
Awesome guy. His name is Carlos, by the way. So, you know Carlos. Yeah. He's my boy.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. I mean,
help me out.
It's like having a good relationship with the chef or with anyone who works in the kitchen is key to communicating with them, because if they don't think that you're good at your job or that you care about your job or that you give a fuck about their time, they're not going to go out of their way to do anything for you. Or just like the whole thing
in general, if you're there, if they know that you care about the whole restaurant.
Yeah.
Back of the house, front of the house, all of that stuff.
Exactly. So that ties into caring about your job, right?
Carlos comes around the bar all the time and asks me, say, hey man, like, you know, like he just comes and we chat, and you know, like I asked him about his day and stuff. I could just be like, hey, I barely fucking work with you. Like, you're in the kitchen, I'm in the bar. Like, why do we even fucking talk? But no, I actually go out my way to talk to him, and he does the same with me too.
Yeah.
And I think that's a beautiful thing. And I think everyone should do that in this industry, because the whole thing is a family, right? You're helping each other out. It's one well-oiled machine. If one fucking department's out for lunch, you're all fucked.
Yeah.
Right?
Totally. So,
but anyway, go on with your story about the little tangent.
So what happened is I completely forgot about their salad. Their friends show up. They order for the table. They just ordered like a couple things to share. Like, it was not like an amazing table, but they were nice and whatever. Right. And basically, when I run their food that they've all ordered to share, the guy who was there at first and ordered the salad was like, is that salad still coming? And I was like, oh my fucking God, I can't believe I did that. And I'm like,
so what kind of salad is this? Kind of salad that it would take too long, or
no. Well, like actually, a little bit. Together. It's actually like, actually it's like kind of like an elaborate like seafood salad that's like done table side.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
done table side, dude.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
So I'm like, oh fuck. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like, I the only reason I forgot this is because like after they order it, I got double sat, and not to mention those sections near us are getting sat, and I'm trying to figure out like who's taking those tables. What the fuck's going on?
See,
I
that's
take
the
this
thing,
table
though.
in my neighboring section.
It's not your fault. You should not blame yourself.
Of course
for this.
not.
It's
No.
absolutely not your fault for getting this because you were set up for failure by the fucking establishment.
The evening was not organized.
Exactly.
Anyway, so what happened was I apologized profusely and just like, offered to bring them the salad. And they were like, well, no, now we have this food. And I was like, please, like, I'd still like to bring it for you. Like, it'll be on us. Like, we'll take care of it for you. I feel terrible. I'm really, really sorry. Yeah. And they ended up getting one of the features that I was telling them about.
Is that when you messed with me? What a shit show?
I think it was slightly after that.
Is that when like your internal brain told you that, oh my God, I could use a drink?
I mean, my internal brain tells me that pretty quickly after I enter work. Like, not shortly after I punch in.
Usually when I forget something, I have to like literally apologize to the customer. And,
it's
like,
the worst.
I like think about it and I walk away. I'm like, I just need to be somewhere and like chugging vodka right now.
Yeah. Anyway, so that was basically the gist of the night. So you can kind of get the vibe of the night.
Yeah.
And so everything happened at once. And then it was like everybody left. And then we had so much fucking side work to do.
Jesus.
And here's the kicker, actually. Here's the kicker. Is I sold $500.
Holy fuck. That's it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I didn't even ask you how much money you made when you came home.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry about that.
Because the media table that I served, $0 bill for them. So that's...
What media table was this? Let's talk about this fucking media table.
They were from the States. I don't know exactly where they're from, but she was doing some kind of like tourism.
I thought it was one of them local guys.
No. She was from the States. She was doing... I think it was like legit from like a magazine.
Media tables. So let's talk about media tables for a second. I'm sorry. I'm going to go a little tangent here. Media tables. This is a big fucking thing for restaurants and bars and lounges and clubs.
I don't know about bars and lounges and clubs.
Oh, bars? Abso-fucking-lutely. Like people making drinks and shit. Like even brew pubs have it. The brewery I used to work at had it. Everyone has this now. Even Nike has it. Even like fucking... I don't know. Payless Shoes has it. It's one of those things. Shoes. I'm just saying, because Dave just recently found out. Hey, people actually hang out on social media, and they will pay attention to your ads on social media. For instance, Instagram and Facebook. So what did these guys do? They went and looked. They didn't take their own marketing team, being like, "Hey, marketing team, go and explore Instagram, find out how we're gonna win this whole fucking thing and." Advertise. No. You know what they did? Which is kind of smart on their behalf. They went and found influencers.
Right.
People who went around, took fucking pictures of food, put it on their Instagram page, and they got thousands of followers, right? So instead of getting their marketing team going around doing that, they just went to the source, basically to that person, and be like, hey, listen, can you come to our restaurant and take pictures of our food? And it's basically like a giant fucking corporation putting up a fucking press conference. It's exactly the same thing. It's okay. So if there's an oil spill, British Oil, all of a sudden there's an oil spill. Guess what's the first thing they're gonna do? They're not gonna let fucking journalists go investigate their fucking oil spill. They're gonna throw a press conference and they're gonna invite all the journalists to come down and they're gonna tell all the journalists what happened. Not exactly what happened, not what happened in actuality, but what they want to say happened. So sort of same thing with food. These people invite these influencers over and be like, hey, here's this dish that we serve all the time. And it always looks like this. But sure, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But take a picture from this angle and go ahead and post it. And hey, guess what? While you do that, you can do this while you come to my restaurant. Sit at a table in the fucking restaurant, have one of my servers serve you.
Yeah.
And you don't have to give them shit. You can treat them as your fucking servant.
Yep.
And then once you're done, fucking just get up and leave.
Right.
That's it.
I will say that...
Fuck you, is what I said it at.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
I will say that I feel that way about local media tables. And for those of you, all of you who can't see me right now, I just did some air quotes because... media can be a bit of a stretch when they just have a fucking Instagram page with like 20,000 followers.
That's what it is, though.
But the table I had tonight, I'm pretty
Did
sure
you know we're media, by the way, Sam? You and I, this podcast? We're media.
Yeah, of course.
We're media. We're talking about like restaurants and we're totally media, but we don't get shit for it.
Not yet.
I want to go to a fucking restaurant, eat for free, and not tip.
But yeah, the media table I had tonight was...
Just kidding, I'll tip.
I'm pretty sure she was from a magazine. They're from the States. They left me... So no bill for them.
They left you money.
They left me 40 American.
They left you money.
Two American 20s.
Not a lot of times. They leave. It's very rare.
Yeah, but like, $40 American.
Sure, it's not much.
Their bill would have been for their tasting menu, and their wine pairings. Right. Their bill would have been $400.
I feel like this podcast, we're totally coming off as douchey. $40 American. I'll wipe my ass with that. Wine. I know so much about wine that the guy at the liquor store didn't know shit about wine, and I just let him have it. Ha! I don't know.
I don't know about that, but
I just feel like we're coming off douchey, Sam. But all I'm saying is that I get what restaurants are doing with the media tables, but I don't get why they don't cover their servers' asses with those media tables. Mm-hmm. Because if you go in and you're only getting like, let's say, 9 tables out of the whole fucking night, and one of those tables is a media table. Okay, that's a lot of tables to you, right? Yeah. Let's say 6 tables, right? Or 5. 5? Is that fair?
I had 4 tonight.
Okay, 4. You got 4. Imagine one of them was a media table. That's 25% of your money, right? 25%
of your income. Was a media table.
Jesus. Well, but you got 40 American though.
Yes.
But if that was a local one, you would have gotten 0. Most likely.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yep.
Like, this is okay. I'm not blaming this on the media people out there, the influencers and all that shit. Sure, you get invited. Whatever. In my opinion, you should leave something. I don't even give a fuck if it's taken care of.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You don't have to leave a lot. You just have to show some appreciation for the service and the effort that was put into.
But the place you work at should also take care of you too, right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Do you tip out on that?
No.
Okay.
No, there's no sales.
Right. Right.
But I have had one time I served a media table of 12 people, and the manager who I worked with at the time did take care of me. Right. But that was because the only table I had all night. And it was the only time that's ever happened. I've served a lot of rarity. Media tables. Yes.
This doesn't happen often.
Definitely.
Right.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. I don't know if you remember this, Sam, but last time we, on our podcast, the last episode we had, we talked about us shooting a video of me cooking.
That's right.
And that went down a shitter. We tried. We made it. It was okay. But turns out the computer that I have is absolute shit. Does not work properly. So got to acquire a new computer so we can get this whole video thing going. So this is why I'm mentioning this, because once that is, once we get the right equipment and we're ready to go, one of the things I want to do is basically go to different restaurants and establishments around Vancouver, around neighborhoods, and do what these media people do, literally, but do it fucking right.
Yeah.
I don't want to go, because most of these media things that I've seen is that they go in and they feature a dish. Mm-hmm. They talk a lot about where the chef came up with the inspiration to make this dish. But I want to go to this fucking hole in the wall and talk about the family that built this business out of fucking nowhere. And they did this, they did this, and they got this, and they got that, and now they're doing this sort of thing. And I'm just saying that this whole media thing, I want to make a difference, Sam. I want to make a difference.
I think we could do that.
I got a little bit of gold. I don't know.
It's funny because you don't have to do much to make a difference.
No, you don't. But I think it's all about take with them.
Exactly.
It's no give. There's no give. They're not there.
You know what, though? I think they think that they're giving because they're like, oh, I'm featuring you on my Instagram page.
Fuck that. You're not featuring shit.
Yeah.
You're just showing a dish.
But that's why the restaurants have them, right? Because they're like,
sure,
you're featuring us. And you have 20,000 followers or 10,000 followers or fucking 7,000 followers or whatever.
Right. But they never talk about the struggle, man. How the fuck did that restaurant come about? You know what I mean? And how are you?
No, they don't tell a story at all.
They don't tell a story, and it's all
There's
about telling a story.
This
and I'm
is
not
this
saying
place.
that we
Here's a
can.
picture of the food. It was good.
Right. And I'm not saying that we can tell a story, but I want to try. I want to give it a shot. I mean, it might be a fucking disaster / shit show that I'm gonna put on YouTube and everyone can laugh at. But that way, then we'll take it as we'll just.
Excuse me?
It's a 15% Gewurztraminer I'm drinking, people.
I think Tony just had a stroke, everybody.
No stroke here.
But yeah, speaking of telling a story, let's tell the story of what we did this week with our 3-day weekend. Our impromptu trip.
It was my idea to go on this
absolutely not your
impromptu trip.
No. So basically, we were supposed to go to Galiano Island, which is one of the Gulf Islands off the coast.
Southern Gulf Islands.
Southern Gulf Islands.
That's right.
Off the coast of Vancouver Island.
That's Vancouver, BC. We've got international listeners, Sam.
Right,
worldwide.
Yes.
Someone's listening to us from fucking
but we missed the ferry. So...
no, we didn't miss the ferry.
Yeah, well, exactly.
We missed the bus
we missed the
to
bus
the ferry
to the ferry.
by 2 minutes.
Thing.
It was 2 minutes.
No, it was 10 minutes.
No. I saw the bus leaving, Sam.
You did?
You were running down to get change. And like, how do we get change? Do we get tickets? I saw the bus take off while you're running towards some dude to get change.
No,
I saw it leaving. I swear to you, I saw it leaving.
That's not our bus.
No, that's why when we showed up, there was nobody in the fucking bus stop. There was one person ahead of us.
Well, because the next bus to Victoria, to the ferry.
Exactly, because the last one just fucking left.
No.
Yes. Yes.
No, I would have seen it.
No, you didn't. You were fucking so focused on getting change.
No, because as soon as we got off the SkyTrain, I looked to see if the bus was there.
BS.
Yeah, you're BS.
Whoa, hey. Oh, okay.
It was the first I'm hearing of this phantom bus that you saw. We missed 2 minutes.
No phantom bus.
We missed it by 10 minutes.
I saw a fucking bus.
I went on Google and I checked what time the buses were, and we missed it by 10 minutes.
Oh, you saw it on Google. You saw it. You didn't see it leaving on Google.
I was there
I saw it leaving in real life.
No, you didn't, because I was there. And I didn't see it. And I looked. As soon as we got off SkyTrain, I looked to see. Because I was going to book it to the bus if it was there.
We're going to continue this conversation on Dr. Phil, ladies and gents.
I'm upset
Stay tuned. Don't be upset. Just tell the story.
So anyway, we missed the fucking ferry by 10 minutes. And we were supposed to go to Galiano Island for a wine group meeting with some friends of ours. A friend of ours lives on Galiano Island, and she was hosting it. Didn't make it, obviously, since we missed the ferry. And the ferry from Vancouver to the Gulf Islands leaves one time in the morning and one time in the evening. So we were like, well, we're already here. The next ferry doesn't leave for like 6 hours. 6-7 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And so I asked the security guy or whatever working at the bus terminal there, like, what is the next ferry for? Like, what is everyone lining up for the bus to catch the ferry for? And he said Victoria. So I go and join Tony. And I'm like, all right, well, we missed the ferry to Galiano. These people are lining up and they're going to Victoria.
As if I wasn't there. I'm like just standing there, like fucking oblivious. What just happened? Okay, Tony. So we missed the.
Well, I mean, I
bus to Galiano.
I talked to the guy by myself. You weren't there.
Sure.
That's exactly what happened.
The way you're like fucking depicting this story is just like. Then I went up to Tony. Tony, here's what happened. We cannot catch the ferry to Galiano.
That's kind of what happened.
While I'm there.
You weren't right there. You weren't in the conversation.
It was quite fucking obvious we missed the bus, Sam.
Okay, fine. Anyway.
All right.
So then I was like, well, we already have our bags packed. We have the next couple days off. Fuck it. Let's go to Victoria. I've never been. It's beautiful out. The weather's great. Let's just do it.
And I said, fuck, yes, that's a great idea.
No. That's exactly not how it went. Tony was all grumpy.
I was not grumpy.
Tony's
I don't get grumpy.
Not a morning person.
Fuck that. I'm such a good morning person.
No, he's really not. And we had to wake up early to try to catch this ferry, which we missed. So he was already in a grumpy mood, and I'm just trying to like be fun and spontaneous and be like, let's just go to Victoria.
No, I wasn't grumpy when I first woke up. I got up and I was like shaving and shit. And then I was getting ready and like, you need to be out of here in 5 minutes, right?
Yeah, and that's why we missed the ferry. Because you
Okay, go back to your fucking story.
Yeah,
I don't want to talk about this anymore. Go back to your story.
So anyway, I finally convinced Tony to go to Victoria. Even on the whole bus ride to the ferry, he's like, this is stupid. This is a bad idea. Like, we shouldn't do this. This isn't planned. This is like, it makes any sense.
Oh, to Victoria, right? Yeah.
So anyway, we went to Victoria. How was it, Tony?
Yeah. It was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And?
I had a great time, Sam. What do you want me to say?
And?
Oh my God, Sam, thank you so much for taking me to Victoria.
I changed your life.
You changed my life.
That's right.
Fuck. Okay, you know what? Impromptu trip, sure. But guess what? Our first Airbnb place sucked balls.
It was fine. It was in a lovely location and it was cheap.
What was the TV?
You were too drunk to even know if there was a TV in there anyway.
Yeah, apparently I got too drunk. We were making dinner in the Airbnb, and what did you have? You had a veggie burger.
Veggie burger. We had salad and burgers.
Salad and burgers, civilized. Although I had a double burger patty on its own, eating it with my hand. Was it your man?
No, you were eating it with a fork, but it was just like you
Hell yeah, I'm classy.
Threw like meat chunks on your plate. It was a fucking mess. So
I don't remember.
So the first day we got to Victoria, it was windy as fuck. Like
windy as
crazy
fuck.
Windy.
Chicago on steroids.
Yeah. So, but we checked into our Airbnb. We went to the Royal Museum of BC.
It was fun,
which was awesome.
Side note: greatest thing I saw there was on Terry Fox, and I don't understand why Terry Fox is not on our money, and he should be praised forever in Canadian culture and Canadian history.
He's a true Canadian icon. True Canadian hero.
Icon. Like, fucking give him more respect. I know that there's Terry Fox Foundation and shit like that, but I feel like we're giving more respect to other people than Terry Fox, the person who deserves it, like, the most.
Yeah.
Like, Terry Fox deserves a lot more. Anyway, let's not talk about Terry Fox. I mean, we should.
We should. Everyone should.
Everyone should.
He was an amazing...
If you're not Canadian, if you don't know who Terry Fox is, please go Google him. He was an amazing person. Go on.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
So yeah, that's all right. So we went to the museum.
That's right.
What else did we do that day? We went to...
I got drunk.
Yeah. After that, we went to a couple breweries. We went to...
No wonder I got drunk. What did you plug me before?
We went to
Driftwood.
No, yeah, we went to Driftwood second. Was the
went
first
to
one
Vancouver Island Brewing.
Vancouver Island Brewing was the first one we went to. And it's strange there. So there's like 4 big breweries in BC. Vancouver Island Brewing, Driftwood, Hoyne, and Phillips.
Do you like that name? I don't like that name.
I know you hate that name.
I hate Hoyne. What does it mean anything?
I don't think so.
Okay.
We didn't go to Hoyne actually. So
no. You know why?
Who knows?
Because I hate the name.
So basically, these 4 big breweries in Victoria, and it's strange because they have like you can get a taster, but they don't have tap rooms. None of them have tap rooms with menus.
Fuck, man, get your shit together.
Apparently they're working on it, but like I found that very surprising. So anyway, so we checked out Driftwood and Vancouver Island Brewing.
That was
that first day. Then we went to the oldest,
and also we went to Canoe.
We went to Canoe Brew Pub. We went to Garrick's Head Pub.
Garrick's Head Pub is supposed to be the oldest pub in Victoria. That was why we went there, Sam. I don't know why you're making a fence.
I know, because now I'm confused because the Spinnaker's is the oldest brew pub.
Spinnaker's is the old brew pub.
In Canada.
And Garrick's is supposed to be the oldest bar or pub?
In Victoria.
Maybe it's supposed to be like the first like building they ever built there. I don't know. Something crazy.
So anyway, so basically after the museum, we like went to a couple breweries, we bar hopped a little bit, and then we went to a grocery store, got some stuff to make a dinner at our Airbnb. Went to the Airbnb. As soon as we got there, Tony shotgunned a cider.
Hell yeah, baby.
And we'd already been drinking for hours.
That's how real bitch is.
Pretty much right after that cider hit him, he was gone. So I was like hanging out by myself, which was great.
Hey, I shuffled some cards for us.
Yeah, which we never played because we're not in a state of mind to play any games.
I was fine. Apparently I wasn't, but I thought I was fine.
So then the next day in Victoria, Tony was
hungover.
First left and decided to go to Victoria. We're like, let's just go for a night. We'll come back. I was supposed to work on Thursday. But we liked it there so much. We were like, let's stay for another night. I found an Airbnb that was in downtown. So the first one we stayed at was close to Beacon Hill Park, which like in Victoria, everything's walkable. So
are we going to talk about what happened the next day in the morning after Beacon Hill Park? I thought it was your favorite fucking part of the whole fucking trip, Sam.
Well, yeah, I'm getting to the next day. That's what I'm getting to.
Jumping the gun here.
So we decided to stay for another night. So we had a whole other, like, at least full day. And first thing what Tony is talking about here is we went to Beacon Hill Park, which was close to the Airbnb that we just checked out of. And they have this thing called a children's farm there. And the children's farm is basically like a giant petting zoo. They have goats. They have so many fucking goats. They have baby goats. They had like 20 baby goats. Regular sized goats. They had tons of peacocks. They had miniature horses, miniature donkeys. They had potbelly pigs. They had guinea pigs. They had bunnies.
Okay.
It was fucking amazing.
Keep it in your pants, Sam.
I got to play with some. Could you get in there and like play with the goats and like touch the goats?
Yeah, I
played
played with some goats. They were fun.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was full of children except for us, but I didn't care because it was so. I love animals. It was so fun.
You don't like eating them either.
No, of course not.
Except for tonight.
Nope.
Guess what was in your salad earlier?
No. So we did that, and then we went to we walked all around James Bay. Along the ocean there. We walked down Ogden Point, saw the Fisherman's Wharf, which was like really cool. I expected it to sort of be like
Fisherman's Wharf was cool.
Steve's in Fisherman's Wharf,
Fisherman's?
Where it was like, oh, it's just like actual fishermen
they had like
selling
old floaty
shit.
homes. I like old floaty homes.
Old float homes. They have a bunch of like, it's basically like food trucks, but in like little float stalls or whatever. So that was pretty cool. And then...
You kind of look like Princess Leia right now.
With my headphones? Because my hair is tied back?
Yeah.
Maybe you do too then.
I look like Princess Leia?
Maybe.
The fuck? Maybe? It's either yes or no.
Well, I mean, I haven't thought about it much, but if you're going to make me think about it.
I'm not trying to make you think of it. I'm just saying that you look like Princess Leia right now.
Mm-hmm. So, anyway...
Go on with your story, please.
And then we went to Craig Derrick Castle.
Jesus. Yeah, how do you remember all this?
Because it was epic. It was awesome.
I thought you were going to say because it was 2 days ago.
Also that. Yeah. Which actually seems like a really long time ago.
Craig Derrick's fucking castle was cool. It's kind of crazy. It's okay, so this was like the Dunsmuir family from Scotland who came out here and made a ton of money fucking exploring coal and shit. Coal Baron. And it's okay, so Sam and I were talking about this. So these are the coolest fucking adjectives.
No,
ever.
They're not adjectives. They're titles.
Titles. That's right. Sam and her fucking grammar. Anyway, Baron, like coal baron. Then you got mogul, like media mogul. And then you got, what's the other one that I really like?
Tycoon.
Tycoon. Tycoon's really cool too. Is there another one? If there's another one, please email us and let us know. Thank you. It's shiftfacepodcast@gmail.com. Anyway, yeah, we're trying to figure out if there is another one. I have a feeling there is. I just can't fucking think of it.
I don't think there is, babe.
I think there is. Anyway, so we did all that shit. Went to that castle. Found out that old rich white guys love to build castles for themselves and fucking die before even getting into one.
Yeah.
And leave it to the widow. And the widow would basically give it to their kids. And the kids would just split it apart and don't even fucking live there anymore. And that is literally fucking Canadian history for you. And then here's the best part. So the best part is that we went to our next B&B that night because we wanted to stay in that fucking shithole, the one that we stayed in earlier. And the next one was dope.
It was amazing.
Fuck, man. Holy
So it's one of these
shit.
new condos. So basically, it's an old brick building that has been converted into like a new condo.
When she says old, she's talking about 1800s.
That's
old.
right. Yeah. And the outside of the building is still brick. It still has the old sign up. It's called the Janyan. It's
Why you give me that look?
because I don't know what symbol you just made to me.
You don't know what this means?
I guess.
You don't know what this means?
Yeah, I guess I know.
What do you think this means?
It means wrap it up.
It means a helicopter.
Huh? Anyway, so the building has been converted into like new condos, and the condo that we stayed in was one of the most well-designed condos I've ever seen. It was
so
like
efficient.
had a Murphy bed, which when you fold up the Murphy bed, out comes a table, so you can have a dining room table. So much storage, high ceilings.
Fucking dishwasher was in
Like,
the cupboards.
Yeah, it was very
Not like what you
very
think.
small, but just very well organized, very well laid out.
Literally, I pulled out a
and everything
drawer
was, like,
thinking it was a drawer.
brand new.
Yeah, literally, I pulled out a drawer. Pulled out a drawer thinking it was a drawer, but
Yeah.
it was a dishwasher.
Yeah.
What? It was dope as fuck. And then that same day,
We went to a Phillips Brewing and did a tour there, which was
sick
awesome.
fucking tour.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
man.
their,
So that
their
company-
facility is like legit.
So they're having a major fucking problem.
They can't keep up with the demand of their
keep up with the
beer.
demand.
Their Blue Buck in particular.
Yeah, we served the Blue Buck. It's
Yeah,
good
so
beer.
do we.
It's delicious. But having said that, the best part of the trip, in my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
was on our way back. Because we were thinking of going back
shit.
on the goddamn fucking ferry
Wait,
for 4 hours.
we went to Agrius for dinner. I just feel like that's worth mentioning.
Oh, Agrius.
This is the 48th restaurant in Canada.
48th
ranked
best restaurant.
best restaurant in Canada.
By whom?
I forget. There's this list of 100
Like
best
the main
restaurants
list,
that
right?
comes out every year.
Right.
Most of them are in Toronto, and then they're scattered all over the place. There's a lot in BC. There's about, I want to say about 20 in BC.
Right.
Agrius is number 48.
Right.
And they are in downtown Victoria, which we went to. And it was
Amazing
good.
service.
Amazing service.
Amazing service.
Amazing atmosphere.
We know service, and that was amazing service.
Food was good. Food didn't blow us away, but
It didn't blow me
I would
away.
still go back. I think
Guess
I would
what?
go back.
We went out somewhere last night for dinner. Was it last night? It was last night.
Yes.
No, it was 2 nights ago. Last night we had that salad at home. Two nights ago. We went out for dinner at a local restaurant called Espania. It's
One
in
of
the
our favorites.
west end of Vancouver. It is extremely underrated, in my opinion, because I mean it's always
not,
in the
though.
it's
It's-
always in the honorable mention. Let's honorably mention this
Yeah.
place. No, fucking let's mention this place because
Yeah.
it's dope as fuck. And we went there and we had an amazing fucking dinner, and it's a go to for us. Anyway, basically saying that when we went to Agrius in Victoria, it's great, good food, great service.
A lot more expensive.
A lot more expensive. We had a great time. But then 2 nights ago, we came back. We went to Espania. Way better food. Like every bite, I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Oh my God, this is amazing. And half the price almost. Literally half the price almost.
No, just $100 cheaper.
Just $100 cheaper.
Almost
Ooh.
half price. Yeah.
Half price. And so I don't know why Agrius got number 48th on the best.
Because it's we talked about this because it's there's definitely some political aspect to it, and because I feel like they want to spread it out. They can't put every fucking restaurant, the whole list of 100 in Toronto and Montreal and Vancouver. They want to spread it out, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. Like
I think that's the only
they can't just-
restaurant in Victoria that's on the list.
They can't just be like the best 100 restaurants. 48 in Toronto.
Exactly.
Like fucking 30 in Montreal and 10 in Vancouver.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you can't
So
do that shit.
they're trying to spread it out, spread the love across Canada, which I get.
That's right.
Anyway, but you were saying the best part of the trip for you was us getting back home.
Us getting back home. So we had a couple options. Our one option was to swim back. Option number 2 was to take the ferry, which would have taken us 4 fucking hours to get back. And option number 3 was to go to Harbor Air, which takes about 30 minutes to get you back to downtown Vancouver. However, it costs about $400 each, one way.
That's right.
But Sam here, because of the industry that she is, well, we're both kind of in, but she's kind of attached to the hotel industry as well, somehow, some way, because the same owners own different restaurants and stuff. She has this tourism passport thing. And this tourism passport thing basically lets you, you get a bunch of different stamps by going to different attractions and different hotels and blah, blah, blah. But just visiting them, you get these stamps, and then you collect a bunch of stamps, you take it to a certain place, and that place will give you a little fucking card, and that card will get you and your guests for the rest of the year to all these different fucking places for free.
For free or for very, very discounted prices.
Or for a very discounted price. So we went there. We didn't have the fucking card. We just had the pass because the card's not out yet. We just went there with a pass. And we're like, hey, can we get this deal? And they're like, no, you can't. We're like, oh, fuck. All right. But then like, wait a minute. Before you guys leave, are you guys in the industry? And we're like, hell yeah, we are. They're like, oh, we have a standby industry discount for you guys. Instead of paying $400, how about you pay $80 and we'll get you to Vancouver.
Yeah.
Sam and I kind of looked at each other and were like, okay,
yeah.
Sounds fucking
done.
amazing.
Yes, please.
And you're saving 3.5 hours of my life. And guess what? We went on standby. One thing led to another. We ended up getting on a fucking plane. Half an hour later, we were in Richmond. Took us no time before
and it was
get on
the
the
smoothest
SkyTrain.
ride. I actually talked to some people that I
butt.
work with in the past couple of days since we got back. And I told them about like what we did and everything. And they asked like, oh, like how was Harbour Air? They were like, I've had some rides that have been very smooth, but I have some rides that have been like really like bumpy.
It's an old school Russian airplane, barely holding
like,
together.
Yeah, and they're like the whole time, like I was just like, I just want to get home. I just want to get home.
Really? Oh,
and
man.
I was like, oh fuck! Like ours was this extremely.
We were
100%
on the wings
smooth.
of an angel.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was like there were no clouds in the sky that day. It was a perfectly clear day.
Beautiful.
Flew over all the islands to get back to Vancouver. It was fucking
the best.
It was majestic.
So that basically goes to say that Sam and I will never get on one of them fucking ferries again, even if I have to save my money for the rest of my life for any other trip that I'm ever taking.
Fuck that peasant shit.
Fuck that peasant shit. There, you heard from Sam first, not from me, because I'm all for the people.
But all in all, I want to say, you know, like I never had any high expectations for Victoria. What I heard was sort of like, yeah, like it's pretty, but it's kind of boring and like there's a lot of old people. But I fucking loved it. It was lovely. It was a lovely city. People were so nice. There were a lot of young people.
Okay, let's talk about this for a little minute. Everyone was so fucking nice.
So nice.
Even the fucking cops were nice. The cops were joking with us. Mm-hmm. What kind of a cop in Vancouver ever jokes with you? Unless my buddy that I know. But besides that, like nobody. It was the weirdest thing. Like everybody.
It's island life, man.
Island life. Fuck. We gotta go live in an island. I don't know what we're fucking wasting our time with this shitty ass fucking place called Vancouver. Just kidding.
Just kidding.
Vancouver, I love you. You're my home, and you will always stay true and near to my heart. But having said, I wanted to say something else about Victoria, which was great. Fuck, what was it?
The Spinnakers or the H2O taxi guy.
No, you know what? I can't think of it.
Overall, it was just I had such a lovely time.
Great trip.
The people are great. There's stuff to do, man. I don't think it's boring. I could see maybe it could be boring in the winter.
After a while, it could get boring.
Yeah. And apparently I was actually talking to someone who's from there, and they were saying that like in the winter, a lot of people who live there leave for the winter, especially probably the older people, and a lot of like there's no tourism there in the winter. So the city's a lot more dead in the winter, which is fine. I don't want to live there. I just want to spend some time there in the summers because
I just feel like Sam, you just went there and he got a feel of the island again.
I love the island.
You love the island, so we just got to get our shit together so we can move to Tofino.
Yeah,
it'll happen. It'll happen. Before you know it, ladies and gents, this podcast will be coming to you from fucking Tofino, BC.
That's right.
You mark my words. It'll happen. Having said all that, you don't even know what the fuck we're having for dinner.
No, but I'm hungry.
Are you excited?
Yes.
Do you want to know what we're having for dinner?
Yeah, tell me.
Do you want to guess? We're having Gewurztraminer, Alsatian Gewurztraminer.
Seafood?
Fucking yes. You are.
Salmon?
No, you're having fucking sablefish. Yeah, you're having salmon.
Okay.
What kind of salmon?
I don't know.
All right. I'll just tell you. You're having jerk salmon with grilled onions, and I'm having jerk chicken with grilled onions in a butter garlic sauce.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la, indeed.
Sounds amazing.
Are you excited?
Let's get fucking to it.
Let's get fucking to it. Anyway, yeah, go check out the island. If I had any fucking message to leave peeps by is, you know what? Even if you're not in Vancouver, just go check out any island. Honestly, when you're close to an island, you go to an island, you're on island time. It's as easy as that. Cool? All right. Sam, you want to let everyone know where they can find us?
Yeah. You can follow us on social media at ShiftFacedPod. That's ShiftFacedPod.
Oh, let's see if Sam can spell it after a fucking 15% Gewurztraminer.
I think I did pretty well. Also, I mean, you're already listening to the podcast, but if you're interested to find where else you can find our podcast, we're available on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, TuneIn, and you can find us on our website, shiftfacedpodcast.com or .ca.
Cool.
Thanks for listening, everybody. We love you.
Thanks for listening. We love you. We love all of you. We totally do. Sam's basically bullshitting, but I love you.
Not true.
I love you more than Sam does.
That's not true.
Just kidding. We love you the same, and we love you a lot. Guess what? I'm going to fucking be playing right now.
I have actually no idea.
You have no idea?
Mm-mm.
Let me just tell you. It's part of the 80s training montage.
Fuck yeah.
It's probably one of the best 80s training montage you can ever listen to.
Amazing.
Are you ready for this?
Can't wait.
Are you ready for this? Boom.
Try to be best, cause you're only a man, and a man's got to learn to take it. Try to believe, though the going gets rough, that you gotta hang tough to make it. History repeats itself, try and you succeed. Never doubt that you're the one, and you can have your dream. You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down. You're the best around, and nothing's gonna ever keep you down. You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down. Fight to the end, cause your life will depend on the strength that you have inside you. I gotta be proud, standing out in the crowd when the odds in the game defy you. Try your best.